Alright, time for a Diana beginner's guide. I'm against a Shyvana, which should be a fine matchup for me. I have a faster full clear speed than her, so like competing that, I should be able to outpace her essentially. Yeah, this is a lower rated game. We are playing in around like silver-ish region, so you guys are aware. I'm gonna go for that beginners. I'm just gonna go for like basic concepts, basic things you can do to create a lead for yourself and carry the game with Diana. Now here I'm running Conqueror. Conqueror is for Diana jungle the best rune really, because Nashus is such an insanely good item for Diana jungle specifically, that using that in combination with Conqueror will give you a lot of adaptive damage and also eventually a lot of sustain at the same time. I'll talk about the build more later on in the as well. I want to start Q here. I'll hold it in this Gregor's barrel then. The reason I start Q here is because it's the lowest cooldown that you can spam essentially to get more passive hits in. With your passive, if you have like you basically want to use an ability, then do 3 auto attacks, then use the other ability every single time. This way you're gonna get the most value out of your passive throughout your jungle. This isn't really a hit-based thing, this is more a timing-based thing. So when you get more attack speed, you can do more hits in between every skill, even though it won't really be necessary later on. We're gonna look for that full clear initially. I'm clearing towards bot side, because the Tristana and the Nautilus are most likely going to push in my bot lane. Which means that with an Alistar Vayne, if I can get them a lead, like get a nice gank off, that should be very helpful in like snowballing bot lane. Which is what I'm like trying to look to do here. Take E. You want to have all 3 of your abilities to spam your passive more essentially. Do the hits first before I use the W. I trade it 1 for 1, that's fine. I am making sure that I'm gonna full clear here. I'm not gonna do nothing but full clear. I would recommend you to not try to coin flip a game if you have a really good full clearing champion like Diana. Just full clear. If you're using your shield on red buff, I advise you to use it right as you're about to get hit, because this blocks 2 hits from the red buff instead of just 1. Okay. Keep the pace up. I'm gonna smite here to get my HP back, because I want to look for that bot gank. You can hold smite for scuttle as well if you want. There we go. Clear this and then we're going bot lane. I'm gonna go for the Nautilus here. Tristana doesn't have flash right now, I think. Okay, she does have flash. I hit him. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Nope, 18 HP. That's a little sad. But it still helps my bot lane quite a bit. I can Vayne the rest of this farm. That's flash heal down from the Trist. She took bot scuttle, that's fine. Seeing as how I have red buff and she only has blue buff, we can deduct that she started topside as well and cleared down. So that is something we can adapt to here. I'm buying Blasting Wand first, and the reason I'm doing this is because having AP is actually better than having attack speed initially for your jungle clear. So when you're rushing Nashus, it's actually better to buy like the AP components. Generally, if you can afford both, you can get both. In this situation, I want to have the control, and a little bit of attack speed is not bad. I noticed Shyvana is like right here. I'm gonna hit the plant up to spot her instantly. I would have loved to see the Gragas move down on that one, but I suppose reacting to pings was not the strong suit there. It doesn't matter that she got both scuttles, because I got a bot lane gank off, which is worth way more. Plus, I already got my recall in, and the initial scuttle is only worth gold and not experience, so she's not even that far ahead. Like, she got like 50 gold off of getting, like, or 70 gold or something off of getting the other scuttle. So losing both scuttles against her really doesn't matter, as long as I get like the overall game tempo going on her essentially. My bot lane did a really good play here by warding the dragon, so the Shyvana can't sneak it. My goal here is to just get another full clear in and then hopefully go for another bot gank, since I know their summoners are down right now. I see that the Ellie is looking for something on mid. I'm gonna move bot here as well. I'm gonna move the way the Alistar is moving right now, so this way I can hopefully just sneak in behind. I'm gonna just hit the Nautilus. I got exhausted. Died. It's a worth it trade. That's not bad. I committed to the second E there because I wanted to go in and close the distance on the Nautilus right away to ensure that I could kill him. He exhausted me at the same time though, so I didn't actually get like enough damage to instantly kill him with it. But overall, it would still be worth it. In a lot of fight situations, you can also decide to not like use your second E until you get your Q cooldowns back. But in some situations, you just want to like try to execute people right away to see if you can get enough damage in, basically. Ward that. See if I can go mid here, maybe. Don't know if this is warded. Oh, there's a Shyvana there.
I cannot turn back.
Damn it. Oh, he didn't ignite him. That is rather depressing, isn't it? I was really if he ignited her there, I think she would have died. Yo, can this dragon just get off me, please? I think with an ignite, the Ari probably would have died. That's a little unfortunate. But yeah, I'm gonna prioritize just taking Scuttle here. It should be fine. They cleared my control ward, so they would be able to dragon right now, potentially. I'm gonna go bot here. Move with the Alistar. It should be fine. That's actually a good hit on Trist. That should be a kill for Vayne if she doesn't mess this up. Good. I made sure to walk into turret range first there to take turret aggro in case the Vayne had to chase. I don't know if this is a ward Drake ASAP. I'm gonna back because I have my Nashers and I don't want to be on the map for longer than I have to, essentially. Alright, let's check her blue. She doesn't have blue buff, which means my blue is still up. I'm just gonna go for top side. I'm gonna do another clear into the dragon. Shyvana's also top lane, so I don't... I could technically rush the dragon, but I'd give up my entire top side the second she knows I did dragon. So I really actually don't want to do that. She could be doing Rift Herald, technically. I should check that. I have Nashers now, so fighting her would not be a problem, especially considering her dragon form's down. She is in fact doing Rift Herald. I'm just gonna start hitting her. She flashed over the wall. I just kind of keep pinging until someone shows up. Gragas, please. I just beg of you to come down here, my guy. Jesus. He just... Alright, this is the thing I guess I have to deal with. I wanted to see him rotate there, because if he rotates there, I'm always safe. But if he doesn't rotate there, then it just gets scary. We have no wards on dragon. I'm gonna ping the dragon here a couple times. There's a good chance she gets it right now. I would be, like, fine. I guess I trade Rift Herald for dragon in the end then. If she didn't have flash right there, she would have died though. As you can see, okay, the reason why Nashers is such an insanely good item for Diana jungle to rush is because it speeds up her jungle clear immensely. Plus, it gives her very good dueling potential and objective control. It literally gives you everything you could want for jungle Diana. It's just way too good not to get. I have to go for the dragon now in case she's also doing it. She's not, but I feel like I can regardless do it right now. As you can see here, Nashers provides me with a lot of clear speed on dragon as well. This is just way too good of a thing not to get. I pulled her into me. The interaction there was very awkward. I pulled her, but she didn't actually follow me for some reason, which kind of sucked. If I was right on top of her that entire time, she would have just died, I think. But what can I do? Ow. Alright, you hurt. I admit it. I'm just gonna do my bot side camps right now. Finish off these two, make sure that I keep my leveling, my experience going. Yeah, you can just see how Nashor shines in clearing your camps, and this is why for jungle Diana, Nashor is just the best thing to get. For lane Diana, Nashor is quite useless, don't get me wrong. Like, it's definitely not something that's gonna actually help you. You're kidding. I got him max range. And I'm assuming Shyvana's gonna be like more topside right now. I'll use the Herald here. Dude, you're not popping your ult? What are you doing? Okay, well, he takes... Oh, yeah, sure. I don't know. I know Shyvana was most likely gonna be top. The dive would have been fine if he just waited like 4 seconds. I would have gotten my E back and I would have been a possible play. However, he also didn't pop his ult the second he chose to dive. If he even did that, I think we would still have been fine. He just needed to pop his ult, but he never used it. So, I don't know. There we go. That's fine. That's good. That works. I had to do my red buff first due to being like rather low on HP, and I don't want to really go in for the Ahri without that. Also, getting red buff does mean that the Ahri is basically guaranteed to die there, so yeah. 2800 gold, we're looking pretty good right now. Finishing my last camps on top side here before I back, so all my jungle camps are actually on cooldown when I'm in base. Using Nashes for the clear speed the entire time still. I see this guy. I'm gonna... He just needs to land a good Gragas ult. That's actually probably reasonable. I don't know. I didn't hit. If he placed his Gragas ult slightly more behind the guy, I think that would have been a guaranteed death. But like, yeah, I don't know. I think Gragas gets him. He does. Let's hit the... Oh. Okay. I tried to hit the Q first, but I guess I missed it by like a range or something. So I just had to use my E cooldown to connect there, otherwise that would not have ended well. What the heck is this guy doing? I'm not gonna give him red buff, there's no way. Time to push in mid lane here, get the free wave. Cassio's dead, Cassio's not gonna get here anyway. See if I can sneak a third plate in like 20 seconds here. We have like 15 seconds before the third plates disappear, so with Nashors and Diana you can really just push like plates really quickly here. There we go, that's an extra 320 gold for me. I do really need to back soon, I will admit. Because I have 4,000 gold. Let's see if the Ahri is like right here. Oh, I missed barely, man. Damn. My Q didn't clip him on like one range, and then also my ultimate didn't clip him barely. Ahri actually got quite lucky there. I was hoping to interrupt one of her dashes with my ult pullback, because you can interrupt a dash or a flash, but she kind of held on to it for a little bit. Oh, this is not spawning yet. Alright, so to buy my mythic I need 3,200. To buy my boots I need 1,100. So that's 4,300. I guess I can just clear one more camp here and then I should be good. Since I have this much gold already, I will probably have to actually react to this. He got him. That is decent, I suppose. I think I can get this guy. Oh, we do here. Oh, okay. Well, let me just push in mid then. Shyvana died, so I can just go for Dragon now. Oh. Well, if Rumble is down here, I might actually have a problem with that. I guess we'll just leave it as it is. Maybe. I'm on the map too long now. Like, this type of gold, you really don't want to be on the map for this long. It just kinda happened, I suppose. I'm going Riftmaker this game, and the reason I'm doing this is because we are triple AP. If I go for magic penetration, like Rocket Belt, it doesn't do anything. Even though they're quite squishy here, Riftmaker would still be better, because if they stack magic resist, which they should against our team comp, the true damage from Riftmaker will overall do more damage. And also Riftmaker gives nice sustain, which is definitely not bad. But yeah, that's the reason I'm not going for magic penetration, and I'm not building Rocket Belt against squishy targets on the enemy team right now, because we're so heavy on AP on our team that it's just not gonna do anything. Because flat magic penetration isn't good when the enemy team stacks magic resist, so yeah. That's the reason why I'm doing Riftmaker still. I really just need my Alistar to rotate with me. I don't know if they're actually gonna do that, but this should be fine. Alright, right now what we're gonna look for is just a nice ultimate. So we're gonna just hop in here, pop the ult, pop the... Excuse me 1 second. Yes, there we go. She doesn't get out with this, I don't think. Actually, she might, because the Alistar didn't follow. That's fine. The engage you make in situations like that is you lead with EW and then just ult and Q on top of yourself. If you try to lead with a flash Q, it's never going to work, because that reaction speed on that's way too slow. And you will be, like, they'll be able to predict or even flash that. Whereas if you just dive in with your ultimate first, like E ult or EW ult, you see the interaction. Like, the E goes in, your ult pulls people onto your W, and then they're all on top of you, so you can land your Q for free, essentially. Like, your Q has this small cone, as you can see. So you ult people onto you, and then you just Q on top of yourself, so you hit everybody with everything. And that's the way you want to engage team fights. Basically, like, mid to late game, always in that manner. You will always go in E ult first, and then set up like that. If you have flash, it makes it even easier, because you can do that from a very long distance, like I just did. But that's the way you want to engage with Diana. That's gonna win you team fights instantly, because as you saw, I one-shot the 3 of them at the same time, essentially. They really couldn't do much. I may have the potential... I don't have to help him, actually. He should be fine. Keeping my eye out on the Gragas' HP bar right now. I kind of griefed my Q there, because the Shyvana ult messed me up. But that's still fine. Same thing there. I lead with E ult, because it basically just gives me that hit. If you try to lead with Q in a situation like that, you're generally not gonna get your ultimate off properly, because they either ult away right away or flash. There's just more reaction time between that. Where in low elo that could probably work still. If you're doing that like slow Q engage thing too much when it comes to like important ult situations for fights in higher ratings, you will not get that ultimate off properly. You're gonna get knocked back, or you're gonna get killed. Not killed, you're gonna get knocked back, or you're not gonna get the kill if you do it that way, because there's just too much time to react, really. I think the Zonias is like 2600 gold. I think staying for an extra 200 or like 140 shouldn't be a problem. If I can get the mid wave here, I can get it.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, am I dead here? No, she doesn't do enough damage. Alright, I'm just gonna recall now. I can sell my potion right away here, no problem. Get the Zonias. Good. Zonias is an amazing, amazing item for Diana, because the engages you saw me do twice now, where you just ult in first and just try to hit 3 or 4 people. If you can Zonias alongside that engage, you're never going to really die, and you're just going to obliterate the enemy team. That's why like Zonia's third item is basically required. That's some serious damage right there. It's a double kill. That's a good engage we're looking for. The downside about that engage, I will say, is that it does cost you your E cooldown. So you will be like, for like about 15 seconds, you won't be able to use that. So it's important that you actually land a good one. If you don't land it on like 2 people at least for a fight, you would have definitely wasted it. Now another trick here with Diana you have to keep in mind, which I can show you in a second here, is the way her passive interacts with like the inhibitors, essentially, or just objective or like structures in general. You have to stand in the cone of the hit for it to actually like get done. I can't show it right now. I was hoping to hit the inhibitor. So basically what I'm saying is you have to stand like face into the inhibitor if you want to actually hit the inhibitor with your passive. If you're standing too far away from it, your passive damage isn't going to apply to the inhibitor, and it's going to take you way longer to actually kill the inhibitor. Stand here, just... I got the Shyvana. Just need to make sure we kill the jungler, really. Ping my E cooldown to this guy and just play it slow. I just used my E to make sure that the Shyvana couldn't get out towards the other side, essentially. Get this quickly. I probably could have just gone for the Nautilus here. Play slow again. Okay. Just hold on to the... Hold on to your E cooldown. I don't have to waste it there. E cooldown is quite valuable, so it is like quite tricky to see when it's good to use or not. And that's game. Alright, so yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. Helps me out quite a bit. If you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, hit the subscribe button as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.